If you are somebody with a full-time job attempting to trade on the side, let me ask you something. When your trading starts going wrong, what is the first thing you usually blame? Your strategy? Your indicator? Your setup? And look, sometimes those things do matter. But honestly, I don't think that is usually the main reason working traders blow accounts. I think the number one reason is a lot simpler than that. They're attempting to trade in a way that their real life doesn't support. That's the issue. Because if you work a full-time job, if you have responsibilities, if your time is limited, your energy is limited, your focus is limited, then you cannot approach trading the same way as somebody who sits in front of charts all day. You just can't. But a lot of people attempt to do exactly that. They watch content from traders who are active all session. They try to catch every move. They try to make multiple entries. They force trades outside the cleaner window. And over time, they build a trading style that doesn't fit their actual life. And that mismatch, that is what causes damage. Not just one bad trade, not just one red day, but repeated poor decisions that come from trading without structure. And I say that because honestly, that is real. That is how a lot of working traders get hurt. Here's what it usually looks like. You're busy. Maybe you got to the charts late. Maybe you missed the cleaner opening move. Maybe you only had a short amount of time to trade that day. So now, instead of waiting for a quality setup, you start to feel pressure. Pressure to make something happen. Pressure to not waste the session. Pressure to force an entry because you don't want to walk away with nothing. And that right there is where the damage starts. Because now you're not trading from clarity. You are trading from urgency. And urgency creates bad decisions. You chase moves that are already extended. You enter in the middle instead of at the decision. You size into something that was never really that clean. You take a second trade because the first one didn't work. Then maybe a third trade because now you want your money back. And for a lot of traders, the whole spiral can happen fast. Really fast. That is how accounts get hit, especially in futures. Because in products like ES-MES or NQ-MNQ, frequency without discipline shows up fast. And if your trading style depends on constant chart watching, constant adjustment, constant availability, but your actual life doesn't allow that, eventually that pressure catches up to you. That is why I believe working traders need a different framework. Not a weaker one, a better one. A framework built around reality. A framework built around how you actually live. That means fewer trades, cleaner setups, clear no-trade conditions, a specific trading window, defined risk, and the discipline to say, this is not my trade, this is not my time, and this is not my day. That kind of structure matters. It protects your capital, it protects your focus, and it protects you from turning a part-time activity into full-time account damage. A lot of traders don't want to hear that because it sounds slower, it sounds restrictive, it sounds less exciting. But the truth is, restriction is often what creates consistency, especially when you're attempting to balance trading with a full-time job. The goal is not to trade like somebody with unlimited time. The goal is to trade well within the time, energy, and focus you actually have. That is a very different mindset. And honestly, once that clicks, a lot starts to change. Because now you stop judging your trading by how active you were. You stop measuring success by how many trades you took. You stop believing that more screen time automatically means more opportunity. And you start focusing on what actually matters. Was the setup clean? Was I trading at the right location? Was I within my time window? Did I follow my rules? Did I protect capital? That is the game. Not constant action, not constant stimulation, not attempting to prove that you can sit in front of a chart all day. For busy traders, busy futures traders, discipline has to be practical. It has to be repeatable, and it has to fit the life you already have. Because if your trading style only works in theory, but it doesn't work in your actual schedule, then it is not really your strategy. It is just something you borrowed from somebody else. And borrowed styles usually break under real pressure. So, if you're a working trader, the answer is probably not more trades. It is probably not more screen time, and it is definitely not more forcing. The real answer is structure. A trading approach built around fewer decisions, better filtering, and more discipline. That is how you stop blowing accounts. Not by attempting to do more, but by finally building a style that actually matches your life. Trade less, execute better.